According to the internet, adulthood is one of the worst hoods to be in. I don't think I necessarily agree with that, even though I got beef with the person that decided that it was going to be the standard to work for 65 years of your life. And then you get to retire, maybe. Matter of fact, now they're trying to push it to 70. You get to live out the rest of your life, but you can't really do much. You can't really enjoy life. If you're new here, my name is Kimani, and welcome to Kimani's Corner. My mission for this channel is to show you that life is more than just work. You can enjoy life even though it's tough to be an adult. We can all agree that it is tough. In fact, tough to be an adult. However, there's still pockets of it where there's room for fun. I think a lot of us grow up and then we have all these bills and shit and we forget to enjoy those portions of life that are still meant to enjoy. My mission on this channel is to convince you that there's still joy in adulthood. There's so much we can do because we have free will. We have the choice to do whatever we want outside of those responsibilities that we got against our will. My whole personality is surrounded around just trying things. It doesn't matter what it is, just trying it, right? Because back to that thing I was talking about, free will. I have these two coworkers, good friends of mine now, but we told ourselves that this summer we're gonna do more things together. So we made a little list of things that we wanted to do this summer. And last week we went fishing. The reason why we went fishing is because one of the guys in the group, Anthony, he's a big time fisher and he talks about fishing all the time, right? So he's like, yo, bro, we'll go fishing with you one of these days in the summertime. The funny thing is that blew my mind, actually. Avid fishers, right? They will fish, catch the fish, and then release the fish. In my mind, what's the point? You're catching the fish to let it go. The fish stem is not for eating. The fish is just for catching. It's not for eating. It's just, you catch it, then you let it go. Cool. So we decided last week that we were gonna go fishing because it was gonna coincide with Anthony's birthday. So we took the Wednesday off and we all just went fishing. Anthony told us that when he fishes, he fish from his kayak. So he's like, y'all wanna use kayaks? The day before, Anthony hits the group chat. We gotta get up early because apparently something about the fish and they're up and more active when it's cooler, and then when the sun come up, they move away. So I picked up Kyle and then we made our way over there to this area in Massachusetts called Grafton. We get there now. We get out the car. Yo, what up, birthday boy? All that good stuff, sending good vibes, all them good things, right? I also brought Anthony like a bottle of bubbly so we could pop it. Anthony and I are loading the kayaks, and then Kyle is like, I'm not getting on no kayak. The fuck you mean you're not getting on no kayaks? He's like, nah, I'm not doing that. I was coming here to just fish from the banks. I'm not getting on no kayaks. Long story short, the three of us are here trying to convince him, yo, bro, come on, man. They brought the kayaks and they unloaded it, all that good stuff, and you're telling us now you don't get on kayaks. He's like, I'm not doing it. Anthony's like, stop being a bitch. And Kyle's like, that's not gonna make me do it. We're peer pressuring him to eventually get on the kayak, and then he does concede, and then he's like, I bet, I'll do it. We even told him, like, if the fear is that you're gonna fall in, there's a life jacket. He's like, nah, I can swim. So the biggest reason why he did not want to get on the kayak was because he was afraid of falling in. And the funny thing is, I ended up falling in. But we'll get back to that later though. We convinced him to get on the kayak and we loaded up. There's 3 kayaks. So one of them was a double-seater and then there was 2 single-seaters that Kyle and I took, and then Anthony shared the other one with his friend. His friend's name is Dan. We get on the kayaks. We're on the lake. And I'm gonna admit, at first, I was like, I don't know. I can't show that. I'm trying to convince Kyle to get on. So, I can't be uncertain about this, but I get on there and I'm just like, wow, this is nice. It was legit a sense of freedom, being on the water, just navigating the kayak. I've never done it before.
I think this is a good reason to take out of work.
This was my first time, so it's kind of like getting used to keeping myself balanced and paddling and staring and stopping. It was actually a really good time. I would 100% recommend it. I wouldn't recommend falling in though, like I did. So we're on the kayak for like an hour and a half. We're fishing. We're joking about just being on the kayaks and the fact that Kyle is low-key afraid of falling in. I'm on the phone with my girlfriend. We chatting it up, right? We talking. Mind you, I'm doing nothing different than I was doing the whole time. Nothing changed. I'm just enjoying myself. My body tilts to the right then it tilts to the left, and before you know it, I'm going in the water. I don't know what happened within that split 1.5 seconds, but my body is literally turning over to head into the water. I don't know how my mind did this though, but immediately I'm scanning. I'm like, what can I save? Because my phone was on the kayak and it was on a tripod. So I start grabbing things. I grab my phone that's on the tripod, and as soon as I hit the water, I put my hand above my head. And I'm kicking and I'm using my hand to keep myself afloat. I look to my right, the kayak is drifting off and it's leaving me. I look to my left, Kyle is maybe 5 feet from me. I look at Kyle, I go, help. I look at him, I said, help. But not like a panicking way. More like a, yo bro, get over here. So he's like, I'm coming. I'm there trying to keep myself up. My hands is up, my phone is up. My girlfriend is on the phone. And later on, she tells me that 1 minute she sees the phone and she sees water. So she's thinking that my phone fell in. Then on the next second, she sees me in the water. She's like, oh, so he fell in, not the phone. Cool. So Kyle reaches me, and then I hand Kyle the tripod with the phone. My phone is safe, thank God. And I'm like, all right, cool. So now I put the other hand in the water and I start treading water. At this point now, Kyle is calling Anthony and Dan. The kayak that Dan has, a 2-seater, it has a propeller on it connected to the battery. So it's like a little makeshift boat. So Kyle is like, yo, pull up because I'm here in the water now. So they start coming, mind you, with no urgency. I guess because I was calm and I was treading water, I wasn't like in danger, I guess, right? Mind you, this water is cloudy. We don't know what's down there. For all I know, the Loch Ness Monster could be down there waiting for me. So on their way to come get me now, they're telling Kyle, go get his kayak, go get his kayak. Because the kayak is like, all right, bro, you jumped off. I'm going to continue doing my thing. So Kyle went to go get my kayak, and then Dan and Anthony is coming towards me with their makeshift boat. They get there now. They're like, yo, hold on. So I held on to their kayak. And then Anthony's like, nah, it don't make no sense for you to try to get back in. Because a couple weeks ago, he fell out of the same kayak, might I note, and then he tried to get back in, and then he fell out again. So he's like, it don't make no sense for you to try to get back in. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I held on to their kayak, and then they literally towed me from where I was in the middle of the lake to the shore. So I'm there on their boat, holding on. Not for dear life, because I wasn't like afraid of anything, but like I was kind of like holding on for dear life. And then they took me back to the shore where I stood up and got out the water. And then everybody's like, man, it happens to the best of us. But the funny thing is about all of this, I wasn't afraid of falling in. This whole time, Kyle was the one that was afraid of falling in, and then I fall in. Funny, right? So I got back to shore, started taking off my clothes, wringing it out, whatever. And Kyle had brought extra clothes because he was anticipating if he fell in. I didn't bring extra clothes because I wasn't thinking that I was going to fall in or whatever. So Kyle gave me a shirt, and I had some shorts in the trunk. So I just changed out the clothes, dried off. And then I got back on my kayak and went back on the water.
Yeah, I fell in. Had to get rescued. Look at the bright side. It happened in the shallows.
Things happen. I wasn't going to let the fear of falling in again prevent me from enjoying the rest of my day. An interesting thing that also happened was that Dan, he had these Velcro straps that he connected all 3 of the kayaks, and he was driving us all around. So he was pulling us around the lake from his kayak while we were attached to him. So like a little free tour. It was pretty cool. While I was out there, I also called my brother, and I was showing him the view because he's actually kayaked before, and he made a couple jokes about falling in, and I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna fall in. I'm not gonna do that. I'm chilling. And then he asked me to send him some pictures because the view was actually beautiful, right? So while we finally were on the kayaks, having a good time, might I say. I attempted at fishing and whatever. Me personally, I didn't catch anything. Dan caught 2 fish that he then released, and I think Anthony caught a couple as well. But I didn't catch anything. I don't think Kyle caught anything either. He was just enjoying himself on the kayak. I attempted the fishing, but like I said, I didn't catch anything. If you're watching this video right now and you're thinking like, damn, I was considering to try kayaking because you have free will, so you can go kayaking if you want to go kayaking, and you think the stories deterring you from going kayaking because I fell in, don't be afraid to try it. I think it was a great experience. If there's one thing you take away from this video is that if you're going to do kayaking or any activity that involves being in an open body of water, put on a life vest just for your safety, and because anything can happen, right? So that's a lesson learned. Second takeaway from this, I learned that fishing is not for me. This catch and release concept, it's not for me. You mean to tell me I sat out here for 3 hours with a rod and I finally catch a fish and the only thing I get to do is look at it, maybe take a picture and then throw it back in? Nah, it's not for me. In my opinion, I would rather catch the fish and stew it or steam it or fry it, all them thing there. But to catch it and then let it go, nah, it's not for me. It's definitely not for me. However, it was a very good experience. If it was just another day to just go vibe with the bros and be on the lake and kayaking and fishing, I would do it again. As a hobby, I'm not catching and letting go. I want to bring the fish home. I want to cook it. If you're still here, I appreciate you for sticking around. You're a real one. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And feel free to drop a comment of something that you think that you'd like to try, but you haven't developed the courage yet to do it. Throw it in the comments and just let me know. It might be something that I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. I'm going to try it. I'll make the video and I'll tag you. I'm here to encourage you to try things that you might not have the courage yet to try and do. We got to remember that we can decide the course that our life takes. And life is always more fun with activities. And if it's even to go outside and go for a walk, it's mind-boggling to me that there's so many people that are just caught in this rat race of just like work and home. Add some plans to your life. I'm saying, add some skating, add some painting. I don't know what it is, just anything. See what I'm saying? Hobbies. That's the key, hobbies. So I hope to see you at the next video, and thank you for being here.
Feel out the inside? That was a good one. Well, pop the inside.
Oh.
Keep going down this?
Come on, bro.
This is what they make like wine out.
Because
Getting fish or
a lot of them hide out on the
closer
banks.
to the edge,
Yeah. So yeah, had to get a fit check. I mean a fit change, because I fell in to the water. Kyle was no help.
I was the first on the scene. The first responder.
First responder, I guess. Yeah. As soon as I landed, and I grabbed the tripod that had my phone and the oar. It's called an oar, right?
Yeah.
And I held it above my head while I tried to keep myself up. Kyle came over and took the phone. The important thing, yeah. And after that, I was able to swim until rescue arrived, which is, where they at? They somewhere back there, but they got a little rudder on their kayak, and then they came and took me off, and then, yeah, man, I fell over. Bro, come on, man.
Yeah.
Ready?
You really not coming?
I'm not going on kayak.
You're not going in the kayak?
No shot.
Alright, then just... For real?
Yeah, I'll put it back for you.
You can leave it down since he's gonna be here.
Bro,
I'm
go
gonna
in the
put it
damn
back
kayak, come on. What do you mean you're not gonna go in the kayak?
on, man.
He's a
It's, not, it's
bitch.
no fun not in the kayak.
I mean, I was just gonna sit on the dock, vibe.
You can do that
You
on
can
the
do it on
boat.
the kayak.
Yeah. It's way more fun from a kayak.
You're such a
You
bitch.
don't have to bring the rod. If you don't want to fish, you can just...
No, I do want to fish. Like, I want to just sit there and just fish.
Which one of you fishes?
Huh?
Which one of you
I've fished before.
I fished before too, but
Oh, you have?
I'm
I
not
think
ant.
she never fished.
No, I fished before. I'm not on an ant level, but you know.
Oh, come on up. We brought the whole... I brought this whole thing out here all the way for you.
Come on, bro.
I already set the whole thing up.
Yeah, this is gonna be crazy.
Get the... Never know.
Great day. Money's not as wet anymore.
Yeah.
You know, the worst thing that could have happened, so now he can kayak whenever he needs to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
The fear's out
like
the
falling
way.
off a bike.
Literally.
Oh shit, my fault.
No, I was. So like my fear went out to him.
let's get back out there.
Yeah, let's
Good to see you guys.
Yo,
Happy
please.
birthday.
Thank you, bro. I'll see you.
I'll see you.
Safe flight for you.
I'll see you in Miami, bro.
No,